Interesting, this, isn't it, really, when you look at the bigger picture, the bigger story. And of course, as we now know with Meghan and Harry, they love to make a drama out of anything. And what's fascinating, I find, about this particular story is, cast your mind back a couple of years. Well, yes, quite a few years now. In fact, when Meghan sat down with the daytime TV titan Oprah Winfrey and spoke openly about feeling suicidal, depressed, and of course wanting to end her life. Seemingly, even though Prince Harry had had years of therapy, as we've discussed, he apparently wasn't able to assist. It was only when he heard her sobbing during the night that he realised just how dramatic it could be. Apparently, according to her, of course, she reached out to the institution and they said it wouldn't look good, it wouldn't be the right thing. You get the paraphrase in there. So you can understand exactly now why naturally their team have decided to return to this particular topic. And as ever, we have to say allegedly. Let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me today. Lovely to have your company. It is fascinating, this, because when you think about it, you know, they've made a career, haven't they, of playing the victims. There's no two ways about it. Whichever way you turn, victimhood seemingly suits them like a fitted glove. You see, what we always laughed about with Meghan was that literally she was surrounded by the very best possible medical care, and a woman of 70 plus years on the throne with such sage advice that could have basically said, yep, this is what you do, this is how you cope. There's a woman who coped with so much throughout her very long reign. You might say that it wasn't easy to get a meeting with her. Rubbish. Apparently, according to Meghan, the Queen loved her and, you know, couldn't wait to have informal chats. Trotted along to meet, of course, Lily up and down as she was very ill during that point. You can't have it both ways. You see what I mean? Now, what's interesting here is this. You see, now, as we now know, of course, the Princess of Wales, sadly, he's still recuperating. And, you know, as I often say, we wish her all the very best. A recent paparazzi picture snapped with her mother driving inside the surroundings of Windsor. Well, that wasn't published over here in the United Kingdom. This is how strict we've now become. And rightly so. You know, everybody knows I 100% agree with that. But over in California, they see this as double standards, you see, because basically, as Harry's pointed out also in interviews, it's literally one rule for one and one for another, how they protect each other. According to that very well-placed source, both Harry and Meghan believe that Catherine is given preferential treatment, whereas with Meghan, when she said she was, you know, ill, suicidal, not very well, mentally unbalanced, whatever you want to call it, well, they basically said that didn't happen for her. So why does it happen simply for one and not the other? Now, one might suggest, of course, that and as ever we have to say allegedly, that the world's focus is on, of course, a recuperating Princess of Wales, and rightly so. Meghan and Harry are really struggling now to put their fan base, what's left of them, back on track. So why not highlight a topic that's very much in vogue always with the wokerati, mental health. Either way, clearly, it's not really working. But you have to think exactly what do they think they're going to achieve by linking this with the Princess of Wales. Seemingly, of course, Meghan was offered help, whether she wanted it or not. Apparently, she said, that's fine. I don't need that. I've got Harry. Right? So you can't have it both ways. But as ever, I'd love to know what you think to this developing story, which you will read more about, no doubt, in the next couple of days in the mainstream media. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.